What if I told you that the website you're using right now can be turned into one of the greatest art classes on the internet with just a few simple steps? Let's get into how I do it. In this video, I'm going to be going over everything that you need to know in order to turn YouTube into your personal art classroom. I'm going to be going over everything that you need to do in order to study from YouTube. I'm also going to give you a load of YouTube channels to where you could basically study everything that you've ever wanted right here on YouTube. And not to mention, the best part about doing this on YouTube is that it's going to be 100% free. You don't have to worry about finances or anything like that, so you could go hop right into your studies right after this video. So if any of that interests you, be sure to stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you're going to be 100% confident on what you need to do to study art right here on YouTube. So you probably already have a YouTube account that you use for watching pretty much everything. But when it came to my personal experience in studying art on YouTube, I found it to be the most beneficial to create a separate YouTube account exclusively for studying art and art only. So yeah, you're basically creating a new YouTube account that is only going to be used for art. And with this account, you're only going to be subscribing to a bunch of art channels that you could use to study art. And the reason why I recommend having a subject-specific account is to give yourself less distractions whenever logging into this new YouTube account. So in this case, our new YouTube account is circulated around art, and we're only subscribing to other artists that are going to help us learn. Therefore, whenever we log in, it's going to make us feel a lot more official, like we're logging into an actual course or class, and it gives us the mindset to be more focused on the goal at hand. And that brings me to what I want to get into next, and that is having a dedicated schedule for your practice. So if any of you guys have taken an online class, which a lot of us have by now, you know that it can be very difficult to stay dedicated to something that is online rather than in person. I highly recommend that you write down a specific time of day where every day you log into your art YouTube account and study something that you want to improve in. So for example, I could write down that my time of study is from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and this week I want to study learning how to draw hands or feet or whatever it is you want to learn. And if you're someone with a busier schedule where your schedule is always changing all the time, it does help to have a calendar where you could write down all the different times that you're going to be available that week. But at the end of the day, it really helps to have a schedule written down somewhere, whether it's on a whiteboard or a piece of paper in front of you. It's always a reminder of what you're trying to accomplish so you can stay dedicated to your craft. Now that you created a separate YouTube account for your art and you've built a schedule for you to study, now I'm going to get into all the different YouTube channels that will help you on your art journey. The first YouTube channel that I want to introduce you guys to is a channel by the name of Uncomfortable. They also have a website called drawbox.com, which I spoke about in a previous video, but I'll say it here again. Drawbox.com has to be one of the greatest resources for learning the fundamentals. You literally don't need to know anything about drawing when going into drawbox.com, but by the time you get to the end of it, you'll pretty much know everything that you need to know about the fundamentals. So that is Uncomfortable, also known as drawbox.com. The next YouTube channel is a channel by the name of Love Life Drawing. It is run by a lovely mother and son duo named Kenzo and Mako. They primarily focus on figure drawing for beginners. They do have a heavy emphasis on gesture drawing, but they also have various subjects like perspective and anatomy. But whatever video you watch from them, they do have a nice beginner approach. So if you're someone that is looking to get into anatomy or just figure drawing in general, Love Life Drawing is a very good place for you. And the next channel that I want you guys to check out is a channel by the name of Proko. Now you've probably heard about or at least seen Proko by now, but if you haven't, it is an amazing resource for all artists. They have everything from the fundamentals to a full-blown anatomy course that you could take right off the bat for free. One of the coolest things about Proko's channel is that they invite a ton of artists from various backgrounds to be on their channel to teach tutorials. So you could pretty much be an artist from any background and you'll probably find something on Proko's channel. So if you're looking to be an artist or you're already an artist, you're definitely going to find something that you're going to love on Proko's channel. The next channel that I have for you is Mark Bernay. Mark is an artist that used to work for Blizzard Entertainment, but now he does freelance and works on his YouTube videos. Most of his YouTube videos are very quick tips for artists that they could pretty much just use right off the bat that are very helpful. He also has a series of live streams where he corrects his students' homework. So it could be pretty helpful to go look through that perspective of a teacher as he corrects his students' homework. So that is Mark Bernay, another really good channel to pick up some game-changing quick tips when it comes to art. Next up we have Alfonso Dunn. He is an amazing artist that focuses on pen and ink drawing, but he also has videos for beginners that circulate around fundamentals. He was one of the first art YouTubers that I studied from, and he's really able to break down these complex subjects and make them feel a lot more digestible. So if you're someone that is looking to get into pen and ink drawing or someone that is looking to study the fundamentals, Alfonso Dunn is perfect for you. The next YouTube channel is a channel by the name of Ergo Josh. Ergo Josh has a variety of content. He has everything from drawing tutorials to career advice to product reviews, but if you're visiting his channel for the first time, I highly recommend one of his videos called How to Draw Anatomy. That video changed my perspective on drawing anatomy completely. I also believe that he's making a Procreate course at the moment, so if you're someone that is looking to get into Procreate, I would definitely keep an eye out for that. So if you're someone that likes a variety of art content, I'd highly recommend checking out ErgoJosh. Next up, we have Modern Day James. He is an artist and an animator who focuses on various subjects, from things like anatomy to perspective. He also has some pretty cool series on his YouTube channel where he breaks down the styles of other artists and makes it more digestible for the viewer. I'd say that his teaching style is a little bit more advanced, but if you're willing to take it on, I highly recommend it. That is Modern Day James. Next YouTube channel is a channel by the name of Cynics Design. Cynics is a YouTube channel that has been here since the dawn of YouTube back in like 2006. His channel has a variety of art content as well. He has things from like quick tips for anatomy to doing digital painting tutorials, and he also has a really cool series on design theory. So if you're someone that is looking to up their anatomy skills to the digital painting perspective, then I'd highly recommend checking out Cynics Design. The next channel is Force with Michael Matezi. Force is a method of drawing that Michael created that allows you to be more dynamic and gestural with your drawing. Most of the videos up on his channel pretty much go over how you can implement the Force method into your own art style. So if you're someone that is into illustration, animation, or even making comics, I'd highly recommend checking out Force with Michael Matezi because it will make your drawings a lot more dynamic. Next YouTube channel is Marco Bucci. Marco Bucci makes very well produced, high quality art tutorials about drawing, painting, and even animation. A lot of his videos helped me out when it came to my art progress, especially his series on how to design a character. That series is very well produced and extremely helpful. So for someone that is looking to up their skills in painting and drawing, all while watching high quality and produced content, I would highly recommend Marco Bucci. Next YouTube channel is David Finch. David Finch is an amazing comic book artist that has been in the industry for several years. He has a ton of tutorials on how to draw things in his comic book style. His tutorials are pretty easy to get into. They're not super overly analytical about the subjects he's talking about. He kind of just speaks about how he draws things in a simple matter-of-fact kind of way. So if you're someone that is looking to do comic books or be more graphical with their design elements in their art, David Finch's YouTube channel is priceless, and I highly recommend checking it out. Next YouTube channel is Rek, and his channel primarily focuses on how to draw girls in anime style. He has a ton of tutorials that all kind of cater that concept. A lot of his tutorials are about how to draw girls a lot more appealing from all parts of the body. So if you're someone that is looking to draw girls and make them look a lot more sexy, which he does, then I'd highly recommend checking out Rek's YouTube channel. Another YouTube channel that primarily focuses on drawing anime women is Mikey Mega Mega. His entire YouTube channel is pretty much dedicated to just drawing anime women, so if there's anything that you could possibly think of when it comes to drawing anime girls, I'd highly recommend checking out Mikey Mega Mega. You won't be disappointed. The next YouTube channel is a channel by the name of Monex. He has a lot of tutorials on stylized art that fall a little bit more of a manga style, but he also has tutorials where he's on his iPad and teaches how to do digital painting through Procreate and Ibis Paint, so if that is something that you're into, I'd highly recommend checking out Monex. Next YouTube channel is Chomain Drawing. Chomain has some really good croquis tutorials where he goes over how to draw anatomy and different parts of the body, and on top of that, his videos are very soothing and calming and very easy to watch. So for someone that wants to get better at croquis drawing and wants a very soothing experience, I highly recommend watching Chomain Drawing. So if you're someone that is trying to learn how to draw manga, I highly recommend the YouTube channel Draw Like a Sir. Draw Like a Sir focuses a lot on drawing manga and how to draw different things in manga style. So if drawing manga or drawing different things in manga style interests you, I highly recommend Draw Like a Sir. Another manga artist on YouTube that goes by the name Wyatt Manga also does a bunch of tutorials on how to draw things in manga style, and he also goes over how to draw manga as a whole. Another cool thing about Wyatt Manga is that he also teaches you how to do it on Clip Studio Paint, which is digital, which is a really big help if you're trying to learn how to do manga. So I'd highly recommend Wyatt Manga if you're trying to do digital comics or anything in that realm. The next YouTube channel is Steven Zapata Art. Steven Zapata does have drawing courses, but his YouTube channel primarily focuses on live streams that are about like the philosophical side of art. So if you're someone that is looking for good art advice, or if you're someone that needs to place to sit back and chill when drawing, I highly recommend checking out Steven Zapata Art. The next channel is Ross Draws. Ross Draws has a bunch of tutorials that circulate around digital art and going over the different concepts of digital art. He also has some fun challenge videos where he challenges himself to do new things within different mediums. So if you're someone that wants to go and learn more digital art or looking for a fun person to watch, I highly recommend checking out Ross Draws. The next channel is Trent Kanayuga. Trent Kanayuga is a game director that has been in the industry for a very long time. He has a lot of good tutorials and great videos about art advice for people that are trying to break into the industry. So if you're someone that is looking to get into the conceptual arts or video game design, I highly recommend checking out Trent Kanayuga. The next YouTube channel is Hodraw Official. On his channel, you'll find some very quick, clean tutorial videos about things like perspective and anatomy, and he's also really good at landscape drawing. So if that is something that you're going to be into, I highly recommend checking out Hodraw Official. The next YouTube channel is Akihito Yoshitomi, and he is a manga artist that does not say a single word in any of his videos, but despite him not saying a single word, watching his videos you can learn a lot. He uses a lot of quick, clean, very precise lines to create manga. So if manga creation is something that you're wanting to get into, I highly recommend checking out Akihito Yoshitomi. The next YouTube channel is Peter Han Style. Peter Han is an amazing illustrator and teacher at Art Center, and on his channel you'll find a lot of live streams where he goes over a lot of the concepts that he uses in his art, and he also has live streams where he invites people on to draw with him. So if you're looking for just a very good, well-rounded artist, I highly recommend checking out Peter Han Style. The next YouTube channel is Tim McBurney with the Drawing Codex. Tim has a lot of drawing tutorials that focus around graphical figures using shape and form. So it's really cool because if you're a beginner and you want to make that push into drawing more graphical figures instead of just the regular basic anatomy figures, then I'd highly recommend checking out Tim McBurney with the Drawing Codex. The next YouTube channel is Doki Doki Drawing. They are basically a hub for manga artists. They do have a lot of tutorials, but the cool thing about Doki Doki Drawing is that they invite a plethora of different manga artists on so they could share their experience pertaining towards manga. So if you're someone that is looking to get into manga or anything manga related, I'd highly recommend checking out Doki Doki Drawing because they probably have something that you're looking for. Next YouTube channel is Toniko Pantoja. He's an animation YouTuber who primarily focuses in animation. He goes over things like what kind of skills you need in order to get into animation and various different animation tips. So if you're someone that is looking to break into the animation industry and really wanting to see what kind of skills that you need to get into animation, I'd highly recommend checking out Toniko Pantoja. The next YouTube channel is Watercolor by Shibasaki. He is an amazing artist that uses different mediums like watercolor, pastels, and even colored pencils, and he gives some very wise, instructive advice on how to use these different mediums. So if you're someone that is looking to get into different mediums like watercolor, pastels, or even colored pencils, I'd highly recommend checking out Watercolor by Shibasaki. The next YouTube channel is Naoki Saito Illustration Channel. He is a Japanese illustrator who has hundreds of videos on digital illustration. So if you're someone that is looking to get into illustration or anything in the digital realm, I would highly recommend checking out Naoki Saito's illustration channel. The next YouTube channel is Kuzamari. He is another great manga artist that has a lot of tutorials on how to draw things in manga style. He also has some really great tutorials on how to do the fundamentals as well. And not only that, he has some full progress videos of him doing manga in person in real time. So if you're someone that is wanting to get a closer look at how manga is made, I'd highly recommend looking at Kuzamari's YouTube channel. The next YouTube channel is Color with Kurt. Kurt's YouTube channel primarily focuses on color and the different theories and how he applies it into his work. So if you're someone that is looking to break into color or start using color into their art a lot more, I'd highly recommend checking out Color with Kurt. So there you guys have it. Those are just a few of the YouTube channels that I have used to study right here on YouTube. If I were you, I would definitely subscribe to every single one of them on a separate YouTube channel so you could really focus on studying art. And most importantly, if you guys have any YouTube channels that you guys study from that I have not mentioned, please leave it down in the comments below. I know there's a lot of them out there, and I'm always looking for more YouTube channels to study from. So that would be very helpful if you left them down in the comments below. And just remember to create a completely different YouTube account for studying art to minimize all those distractions, and to create a schedule to where you can practice every single day. I would say at least 30 minutes to an hour. With that, there is no excuse but for you to improve. So with all that being said, if you guys found this video helpful in any way, be sure to share this video with a friend or anyone that you know is learning how to draw, because I want to get as many resources out to the people as possible, even if they feel like they don't have enough money or the schooling for it. And be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you guys want to see more of this type of content in the future. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And guys, remember, please keep practicing. I'm out. Bye.